Rice prices in key exporting countries, including Thailand and Vietnam, have climbed around 20% since India, the world's biggest shipper of the grain, banned shipments of a key variety in July, tightening global supplies. According to Bernas, Malaysia partner in the paddy and rice industry, today Malaysia's domestic paddy production could reach up to 70% self-sufficiency level, with average Malaysian adult consuming around 80 kg of rice per year. Equilibrating the needs of the consumers without impacting the local paddy and rice sector, an import policy was introduced. Malaysia imports rice less than 30% annually. So I ask my audience this question: should Malaysia cease rice importation and use its own rice only? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to everyone. I am BALQIS ZULAIKHA from CEEE 2603A under the supervision of Miss Sophia Azlina Tong, and today I would like to drive you deeper in my opinion. So, is Malaysia ready to consume 100% of rice on its own? Malaysia has a tropical rainforest or wet humid tropical climate, and the average daily temperature is relatively uniform. The average annual temperature variability ranges from 26 degrees Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius. Due to the small temperature variations, rainfall trends considerably determine seasonal weather changes. The impacts of climate change certainly troubling its agricultural sector, and especially rice, a staple food of our nation. The increase in population requires an additional supply of rice. Malaysia will face a threat to food security if the productivity of the paddy crop does not change. Statistics from the Department of Agriculture show that the rice production has declined continuously since 2000. The paddy production has dropped from 2.74 million tons in 2015 to 2.43 million tons in 2021, a reduction of around 11.3% within 6 years. Production is expected to continue to decline in the coming years unless there is an action from the government. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim pledged to allocate 3 billion ringgit Malaysia to improve Kedah paddy yields production in an effort to increase farmers' monthly income while achieving national food security in July last year. Paddy farmers in Kedah and Perlis have started the pilot project of harvesting 5 tons every 2 years to boost local rice production and increase their income. MOHD, Agricultural Development Authority or MADA, Chairman Dr. Ismail Saleh said that this is also part of the government efforts to increase the output of locally produced white rice in the future. The effectiveness of this program is evident as the average yield has increased from 3.3 tons per hectare to 6 tons per hectare, he said. Currently, among the areas that are involved in the project are Kampung Padang Telele, Kampung Sena and Kampung Katong in Perlis, while in Kedah, the paddy fields are in Pantai Jamai, Titi Gajah A, and Plot B in Pendang. While more paddy fields are being used in the switch to the new cultivation system nationwide, and in order to sustain Malaysia rice production, MOHD has implemented large-scale paddy planting to allow more paddy farmers to reap a harvest of 5 times every 2 years. If you cannot see what I am trying to deliver here, this means that our beloved Malaysia will continuously depend on another country. What if India, Vietnam and other countries that export their rice to our Malaysia suddenly stop agreeing with it? With all the crises going around, such as war, climate change and increasing in population, those countries surely would want to prioritize their people first over us Malaysia. Titiwangsa Member of Parliament Datuk Seri Johari Ghani has called on the government to work towards lessening Malaysia's dependency on rice imports to meet domestic demand for the grain. Previously, our rice paddy farmers could produce 71% of the total demand, but now it is 62.6%. The government depends on rice imports to supply the rest, he said. The Malaysia rice market faces disruption as the price of imported rice surged by 36% following India's export ban has last year aimed at safeguarding domestic food security. Amir Ali Maidin, managing director of Maidin, a chain of large supermarkets, told that the shortage are caused by the growing gap in prices between locally produced rice and imported varieties. The shortage happening because people are also panic when they see the disparity, with panic buying and hoarding because everybody buys an extra one or two. If a few 100,000 people buy an extra pack of rice, then a lot of tons of that goes out, he said. With the effort of new farming method in Kedah and Perlis, we can reach 0% importation of rice. In fact, Middle Eastern countries with extreme climate change, such as Oman and Bahrain, are also in a higher position than us on Global Food Security Index 2022, he added. Right now, things we can do is to spread awareness among the community, use local media like newspaper, radio stations, and community bulletin boards to share the information about importing rice and efforts from the governments to increase the paddy production. Government should always update their news about paddy production since there is a new method proposed by the government last year. Utilize social media to share updates, stories and relevant information to keep residents informed and engaged, as Malaysia now has a new project that can harvest paddy 5 times every 2 years. This will decrease the percentage of imported rice. Quoting from Gautama Buddha, founder of the world religion of Buddhism, work your own salvation, do not depend on others.